Hello students, in the previous class we learnt about how to collect the data, different ways of collecting the data, primary data and secondary data. This is one of the example of the data collected. This is about the marks obtained by 15 students of a class 9 in a class test out of 50 marks according to their roll numbers be this 39, 25, 21 and so on. Looking at this data, can you answer questions like what is the highest score in the class and what is the lowest score in the class? Yes, you can tell. But does it take some time? Yes, it does take some time. In the previous example, the data was about 15 students' marks obtained out of 50 in an exam. Here, this is another data which is about marks obtained by 30 students of class 9th in a class test out of 50 marks according to the roll numbers is like this. In the previous example, as I asked, looking at the data, can you tell the lowest score and the highest score? Yes, it was possible to tell, but it took some time. But that data was small data. Here this is about 30 students, so data is little bigger than that. So for large data, again the same question is there. What is the highest score obtained by a student and lowest score obtained by a student? To answer this question, it will take some time at least. So to solve such kind of problems, what we can have, we can present the data in either ascending order or descending order. When arranging the data in ascending order, the data looks like this. Here, now looking at this arranged data in ascending order, is it easier to tell what is the maximum marks in a class or what is the lowest marks obtained by a student in a class? Yes, it is much more easier than the previous representation. One is the lowest marks obtained by a student and 45 is the highest mark obtained by the student. So the two extremes tells you the lowest and the highest marks obtained by a particular student. Same is the case over here when you arrange the same data in descending order. Now looking at the data, the two extremes tells you the highest is 45 and the lowest is 1. It definitely gives us the better picture of the data presented. But we have another method also which makes the data much more easier, meaningful and understandable. The same data can also be tabulated like this. What we do while tabulating, write each observation in one column, like 1, 5, 12, till each and every observation gets exhausted. So 45 was the last observation. So till here we made a column and every observation is written one below the other. Against every observation, count how many times that observation has occurred in the data and write in the next column against the column which is meant for marks. This gives you the frequency of the data. In this kind of presentation, tally marks can also be used. You can make three columns: marks, tally marks and frequency. Now, this tabulated data, does it give you more information apart from the maximum and minimum? Like say for example, how many of the students have scored more than 25 marks? Can you answer this question so very easily? Let's see. These are the marks which are more than 25 and how many students have scored it? 2, 1, 3, 2, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15. So that means 15 students have scored more than 25 marks. So this tabulated data gives you more and more information in shorter time. So that is why we tabulate the data. This kind of presentation of data is also known as ungrouped frequency distribution. We have yet another way of condensing the data. Especially when the data is very large, we group the data in class intervals of equal sizes. Let's understand this with another example. When one condenses the data, one has to make groups. Means you will have to condense the data by putting them into class intervals of equal sizes, as is done in this case. The least observation was 5 and the highest was 45. So you are grouping them in class intervals of equal sizes. Such one class interval is 0 to 10. So let's understand the terminologies used in this. First, 0 is the lower limit of the class, 10 is the upper limit of the class. Same in this case, 10 is the lower limit and 20 is the upper limit of the class. Against each class, frequency is written. What do you mean by frequency? Frequency is the number of observations which is lying in between 0 and 9. 10 is excluded from this class interval. Even if 10 is occurring in the data, 10 will not be written in this class interval. 10 will be excluded from this class interval. So only 0 to 9, the observations which are occurring, will be written in the frequency column. So 0 to 9, there are 3 observations. So you write 3 against the frequency column. 10 to 20, there are 6 observations lying in between 10 and 19, including 19, excluding 20. So you write 6 against that, and so we proceed further. And in the frequency column, we add them, we sum them up, and then we see does it come equal to the total number of observations. So the sum is 30, total is 30. So you can see that the data was about the 30 students, those who have obtained certain marks. Thank you.